You need a lot of money to be middle class in America. The middle class has long been considered the backbone of the American economy, but the American middle class is shrinking. The percentage of adults living in a middle-income household in the United States fell by more than 10% point over the last 50 years, indicating an ongoing shrinkage of the middle class. To find the true pulse of today's middle class, we calculated the balance of middle class earnings in 100 of the largest U.S. cities, as well as all 50 states. And our key findings: Northeastern salaries are about 20% higher than South salaries, even after accounting for cost of living differences. The Northeast dominates the top 10 highest middle-class salary ranges, with many middle-class salaries between $60,000 to $170,000. Meanwhile, that same middle-class bracket falls between about $35,000 to $100,000 in many southern states, while the top place in northeastern state costs roughly 50% more to live in than the low-ranking southern states. The middle-class salary range sits about 70% higher. The middle class in New York aren't making enough to keep up with the cost of living, while other notoriously pricey cities like San Francisco and Seattle have a middle class income that trends closely with the general cost of living. New York City wages lag behind. While the middle class wage range was middle of the road of all cities examined, the cost of living in Queens, Brooklyn, and Manhattan are 43%, 70%, and 138% higher than the national average, respectively. Middle class status is hardest to attain in tech cities. 3 out of the top 5 cities with the highest income threshold for the middle class are located in San Francisco Bay Area in California. These middle-income residents need to make at least $81,623 in San Francisco, $84,673 in San Jose, and $104,499 in Fremont. Seattle residents similarly need to make at least $74,223. You're middle class even if you make $310,000 in this California city. Households that earn up to $311,936 per year in Fremont, California are still technically considered middle class. That's the highest ceiling for any city in our study. Fremont's median household income, $155,968, is almost $30,000 more than the next highest cities. Now let's look at the cities with the highest middle class ceilings. The first on our list is Fremont, California. Fremont has the highest minimum threshold for middle class at $104,499, going all the way up to nearly $312,000. Households here need to make a minimum income of $104,499 to be considered middle class. Fremont's proximity to the high-paying jobs of Silicon Valley contributes to its high median income of $155,968. This Bay Area city has nearly 230,000 residents, and almost 1/10 of that population works at Tesla. The second on our list is San Jose, California. Now, San Jose is the third largest city in California and home to high-profile technology companies, including Adobe, Cisco Systems, eBay, PayPal, and Zoom. Middle-class household here earn between $84,673 and $252,754. The next on our list, Arlington, Virginia. Arlington, situated on the banks of the Potomac River, benefits from its proximity to Washington, D.C. and a highly educated workforce. Over 76% of residents 25 and older hold a bachelor's degree or higher, more than double the national average. The federal government is Arlington's top employer, with the Department of Defense and a number of other agencies based there. Middle-class households here earn up to $251,302 per year, while those earning less than $84,186 miss the threshold. San Francisco, California. Now, while some large tech companies are based in San Francisco, including Salesforce, Uber, and Twitter, the city is also home to non-tech brands like Wells Fargo and The Gap. Middle-class households here earn between $81,623 and $243,652. But buying a home in the city by the Bay can be a challenge. The median home value in Frisco is about $1.2 million. In Seattle, household earnings up to $221,560 are still considered to be middle class. Now, those earning less than $74,223, however, haven't yet entered this middle income group. Nearly 66% of our residents 25 and older hold a bachelor's degree or higher, and there are plenty of high-profile local companies to work for, including Amazon, Starbucks, and Boeing. So if you're ready to be matched with local advisors that can help you achieve your financial goals, get started now. Now, Irvine, California. While the healthcare and technology industry contribute to Irvine's economy, The University of California, Irvine remains the city's largest employer with over 25,000 faculty and staff. Middle-class households in this Orange County city earn between $70,869 and $211,548 annually. Gilbert, Arizona. Located in the Phoenix metropolitan area, Gilbert's population has grown 31% from 208,000 residents in 2010 to 273,000 in 2022. The median household income of $104,802 sits comfortably in the middle class range of $70,217 and $209,604 per year. Scottsdale, Arizona. Scottsdale is a popular tourist destination with numerous resorts, spas, and golf courses. Located about 30 minutes north of Gilbert, the city is also home to healthcare and technology companies. Middle-class families here make between $66,395 and $198,194. Plano, Texas. Located in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, Plano is home to 287,000 residents. The local economy is partially supported by the presence of some of the biggest names in banking. JP Morgan Chase, Capital One, and Bank of America are the three biggest names employers in Plano. With a combined total of almost 20,000 workers, middle-class families here earn between $63,651 and $190,004. Plano has the lowest average home value of the top 10 at an average of $487,000. Chandler, Arizona. Now, Chandler is the third Phoenix area city in the top 10. The largest employers here include Intel, Wells Fargo, and the local school district. Middle-class households here earn between $63,391 and $189,226 per year, while the average home value in Chandler sits just above Plano's at $492,000. Now, what does it take to be middle class in the 50 states? Now, Maryland, Washington, D.C., and Massachusetts have the three highest floors for the middle class at the statewide level. In all three places, it takes an annual income of more than $60,000 for households to consider themselves middle class. New Jersey, $59,828, and New Hampshire, $59,272 round out the top five. At the other end of the spectrum, Mississippi is a state that requires the lowest annual income to be a part of the middle class at $32,640. The Magnolia State is followed by West Virginia, that's $34,336, Louisiana, $34,898, and Arkansas, $35,194, with Alabama to $36,122. Now, to determine the income limit to be in the middle class, we analyzed U.S. Census Bureau's 2021 one-year American Community Survey data for the median household income in all 50 states, as well as the 100 largest U.S. cities. We realized on the variation of the Pew Research's definition of middle-income household, which defines a middle-class salary ranged by 2/3 to double the median U.S. salary. We use a local median salary for states and large cities to account for the diversity of financial realities among locals. Now, let's look at some tips for middle-income earners. Now, reassess your housing costs. Households that spend more than 30% of their income or rent, mortgage payment, and other housing expenses are considered to be housing cost burdened by the Census Bureau. If your housing costs exceed this threshold, you may want to consider downsizing. Consider delaying retirement, because middle-income earners who are approaching retirement may want to consider delaying it by a few years. Delaying retirement until age 70 means you max out your Social Security benefit and give your retirement saving extra time to grow. Not everyone, of course, is in the position to continue working until the age of 70, but it may be an option if you're worried about running out of money in retirement. Work with an expert for sure. Financial advisors aren't just for the ultra-wealthy. Plenty of advisors work with middle-class families, helping them to save to buy homes, plan for retirement, or save for college. So finding a financial advisor doesn't have to be so hard.